Greetings, Captains, and welcome back to the final battle of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod Season number the 10th, as we duel with the Grand Romulan fleet, no less than 3 King Condor battleships, against our much smaller carrier group. Why a carrier group and not a brace of Federation battleships? Well, that's simple. Because we stuck with the carriers for quite a while in this campaign. They kind of really were sort of the main mascot of this season. We enjoyed flying them for quite a while. We even upgraded from an SCS to an SCSX, even though probably not the most best upgrade you possibly could have done. But I enjoyed them quite a lot. I thought they were quite effective against the Romulans. And I think that, judging by the way the campaign went, it really just feels appropriate that our final battle should be a carrier group dueling against the very might of the Romulan Navy, and oh my goodness, someone's already died. I think so. That might just be the pseudo-frigates, because I do believe that Romulan King Condors do carry pseudo-frigates, and it looks like most of them are already knocked down. We do have a scout group already engaging the enemy. Hopefully they will be able to get something done before, well, the wheels come off, and we're going to immediately start deploying our fighters. We had to wait. The AI does not. They get to just deploy immediately. And we have a ship coming out of cloak. We need to figure out who that is. That is you, so engage with all weapons. Fire towards our stern. Do you have a wild weasel? I think you do. Yeah, you do. I mistimed that a little bit because I wasn't paying attention to space. Although, you are engaging full bore, so we're going to lock you up. Photon torpedoes, normal mode. Engaging from the front. Our starboard side shields have already collapsed. We are in trouble, so we need to extradite ourselves from this damage. Oh, was that a nuclear space mine? I only asked because the color was super weird. We have our first wild weasel done, so we will be able to start working on that, having the emergency repair button, or the emergency get out of jail free from all the plasma torpedoes button. So let's start moving our way out of here. We need to slowly whittle him down, well, hopefully not so slowly, because he can damage us quite a bit. Let's bounce it. Bounced. And you wild weasel. I'm going to pass right on top of him. We're going to get to his open shield side because we have our full Gatling phaser complement ready to engage at a moment's notice. And there's that notice right there. 65 damage plowing into him. Looks like we've already dealt with one of the XCAs. Is there a third? What happened to it? We are taking some serious damage, but that should be expected, quite frankly. Let's get our fighter group back just so we can get repairs underway. Return to me. Return to me. Return to me. And return to me. Is that all 3 of the Command heavy cruisers? It does look like it, so it is just down to the enemy scout group. They're XDDs who zip nimbly along the ways, trying to find out where the enemy is and trap them down. And the King Condors, I'm fairly certain. Just double checking to make sure I didn't miss, a random XCA cruiser somewhere around here. To be fair, Romulan XCAs, not amazing. Not the most fantastic thing in the universe, but still fairly good. So we're going to continue long-range bombardment. Our carrier group has already been pretty badly damaged, and our fighters beaten up quite heavily as well. Are these our fighters? Where are our fighters? Because, oh no, they are all home. Okay, good. They're all at home repairing. The first of our vessels has exploded. And that does look like it's one of the XCAs, which is a problem because they're frankly our big stick right now. They have the most powerful weapons available to them, and oh boy, we have a lot of interesting incoming firepower. We can't afford to get too close. In fact, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, ships, scatter. Break off, do whatever needs doing. Probably should have set those proximity mode. Because as long as we stay close together, we're just a big target. So we're going to start putting out some fire. He's going into cloak. Excellent, so we don't have to worry about his angle there. You are way off in the distance, but you are coming in at a relatively quick speed for, a dreadnought show. We'll have to take care of that. Phasers should be fully charged very shortly, so we're actually going to come in here and try and dive him. I need a little bit more speed, guys. Oh, we haven't been reinforcing the shields, have we? So let's go a reinforcement on, well, frankly, 360 degrees. He's coming out of cloak right on top of us. Fire all weapons. This could get ugly really fast. Let's try and pull on right behind him. Not give him an opportunity to shoot at us aside from his phasers, which are not inconsiderable. Ooh, a whole bunch of missiles coming in. He's managed to hold on to most of those. We spit out our missiles towards the back. Doesn't look like we got too much through, if anything. Another Federation XCA has gone down, unfortunately. We are in trouble. Most of our fighter groups are starting to come back online, so let's get 3 of them deployed immediately. Also going to follow up with a scatter pack. This is going to leave us with a moment of vulnerability until the shuttle bay repairs for another time, but we are on the stern of 2 of them. I think we've got a reasonably good angle for this here. So the scatter pack's flying out. Those missiles will get ahead of the fighters. That will give them the protection. We discussed this tactic a bunch of episodes ago at this point, and I think it has merit, and I think we have an opportunity to execute here. Now, unfortunately, I didn't set it up to Type 1 missiles, so we are going to be rolling with the big heavies, which means we have fewer of them. but I think that'll be a reasonable use of the weapon systems. So he's attempting to stop. He's taking a ton of damage, and there go the fighters. The first of the King Condors is down. All right, let's immediately pull off and head on to the second King Condor. The third one is way off over here and relatively undamaged at this point. He also seems to have his X-type destroyers fully functional and active. It looks like it's just, oh boy, the 3 carriers and the one of the heavy cruisers. Let's get the fighters diving on top of this guy. Maybe we can get enough damage in before all hell breaks loose. We have taken quite a bit of damage on him. My main concern is we've got the nimble little fighters, nimble little X-type destroyers all over the place in here, which means it's going to be kind of difficult to get anything done. Range of 6 shot manages to weaken the shields enough for us to come through and smash them down even more. Gatling phasers fully armed and ready, so lance it into there. I think we've got him, and another King Condor joins the scrap heap. This King Condor, a little bit more damage than I thought it was. Interesting. Do I have a shuttle that I need? I do. Okay, we're going to prep up for another one of these. We haven't been using them, but that's going to change at some point, probably soon. His stern shields are in relatively good shape. It looks like he's got a lot of plasma torpedoes ready to go for him. And so we're going to try and pull away from him just a little bit. Let's get the fighters reassigned. We don't have many left, but we're going to try and get them on him. So let's dump a scatter pack shortly, I think. Oh, we're just at a bad angle to do that. If we try here, we probably are going to get in trouble. So launch the scatter pack now. Prepare missile barrage. Engage missiles. All right, how are we doing, guys, back there? We lost another ship, or was that one of the destroyers? Because we're engaging the final King Condor now. He's already started to engage from long range. How's my shuttle bay doing? We got to know. Okay, it's ready to go, so we can go in on this guy. We have the ability to dive in on top of him. He's got 10 missiles heading towards him. Which one are you? Yeah, come home. If I can get you home and fully repaired, I can have you available for another round of attacks. And even just 2 fighter groups, they're vultures. Even just 2 of those can deal a lot of damage. We are chasing him off away from the fight, so we're actually going to turn back in, go after these destroyers, because as long as we have the opportunity, we may as well take it. Oh, come on, fighter, get on home. Don't die. If I can get you back. Last of our wild weasels is ready to go. Yeah, so we did apparently take out one of the not the plasma destroyers, but normal destroyers. So we are coming in here pretty hot and heavy on this one. Come on, Vulture, tell me you're coming home. I need you to get back here, because having more ships is going to make this so that we'll actually win. He's firing his heavy phasers. Let's open fire with our photon torpedoes right at the limit of range, but we are firing into an attack ship of 2. We should probably work on changing that. Give me a 5 and a 1. I think we've got that guy done. And get more repairs going. I think we took a bit of damage on that. Maybe not. The range was a bit off there. No phasers quite available to have the shot. There we go. A little bit of fire power coming in here. We do want to get just close enough to be able to deploy our Gatling phaser on him. But that's going to require us to curl in just a little bit more. Oh, we're going to take a mine. There we go. Okay. It is now our carriers. Well, 2 carriers. No, all 3 carriers are still up. Maybe not after this next barrage. Our carriers versus a single King Condor. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to be able to pull this off. I was like, those are King Condors. There are 3 of them, and we are 3 space control ships. But no, it looks like we've got a good chance. Just the 3 carriers now versus the last of the King Condors. Can he wade through us and destroy us before we get an opportunity to wipe him off the face of the map? He's doing a speed of 22. I'm going to pursue. I know, that seems like a bit of a crazy decision considering how powerful he is. Keep the repairs going, guys. We need all the engine power we can muster. Also, we need to stay on his stern as best as we can. Start to engage. It is still medium to long range. He's opened our shields up even with his limited rear firing weapons. So we're going to keep on blasting. Come on, how soon until I can get fighters back on? Show me the fighter conversion menu. Fighters, please. Yeah, just a single squadron, unfortunately. He is going to get that angle. Let's increase speed and pull away. We need distance. We need to pull away from no doubt what is about to be an incoming barrage. More missiles. Not yet ready. Keep the engine repairs going on. We're going to pull away from him and then go back into him. Really, the fighters are going to be the key to victory if they work at all. Unfortunately, we probably have the last squadron of everything at this point. So it's now 3 basically heavy cruisers, all of them pretty badly damaged, against a single super heavy battleship. I am concerned. Fire the missiles now. Do a little bit of pre-seed work here, trying to reduce the amount of firepower that he can deal. Oh, he's going into cloak. Fire everything you got. No, no, no. Please, missiles. Please keep track. Please keep track. And 1 kept track. Excellent. Ooh, don't fire your missiles into him cloak. He has gone into cloak. That makes him quite vulnerable, actually. We're going to keep just staying here, trying to nail him with as much as we can. He's coming out of cloak now. All right, pull away, pull away. We are too close. Ooh, good hits from the photon torpedoes. able to bring up our strong shield just in time. And that's an F-type plasma torpedo that's going to strike home. We're too close to be able to stop in time, so we may as well just take it. More missiles going out. I think we're running out of missiles at this point. But he's still alive. Most of his shields are down, though. So we're in a relatively good position. Not great, but relatively good, especially as we get multiple angles coming in on them. Photon torpedoes from this range, it's not going to be a great shot, quite frankly. I'm going to bolt through this mine. I don't see much of a choice. I got to get within a range of 8 with him in order to fire the photon torpedoes at a 50% accuracy, and I need the good damage. Come on, smash the mine. Come on. All right, photon torpedo missed anyway, but it was a coin flip at that point anyway. We are within range. Keep the fire going. Knock out that last shield. If we can get that down, he will have no defense about what's going on. Looks like his D-type plasma torpedoes have stopped firing. He's holding 3 of them on there, and he's fired 2 of his heavy plasma torpedoes, which the Julius Caesar, excellent name for a carrier, was more than able to take care of. We are at a range of 4 and closing. If we get close enough to a range of 3, we can really get the Gatling phasers in on him. He's doing a speed of 8 and dropping. Looks like we're really nailing the power systems at this point. Range of 3 is there. Engage with the Gatlings for 43 more damage. They're such a good weapon. He's really taken a hard hit at this point. We're going to turn to starboard because our port side weapons are about to come online for the follow-up, and I think this will do him. Oh, he still has tractor beams. And a cascade failure to finish him off. Excellent. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the final battle of the Starfleet Season 10 campaign. The Federation themselves getting involved in a pitched fight against superior Romulan firepower and finding itself triumphant. That's the way to end the season. Not with battleships, because really we didn't use battleships. We used carriers, and carriers was the big thing that sort of tipped the tide for us, allowed us to go on the offensive and be so aggressive. It was a little bit difficult to siege planets with, but when it came to knocking out all the enemy heavy stuff, fighters were where it's at, and fighters brought it home. So I'm very happy to see that 3 SCSs can take on 3 King Condor battleships in a straight-up brawl. Anyway, that's going to do it for this entire season. Next season probably actually begins tomorrow, because I believe this is going up on Saturday. I still haven't quite decided which campaign I'm going to be playing. I was thinking about doing the Lyrans, and it would be the Lyrans versus the Hydrants, because, you know, they're a bad guy faction. We just played a good guy faction. But someone has suggested that we do the Marak. Really, they asked for a missile-armed race, and I'm not doing Klingons next because I'm saving Klingons for probably a grand finale of Klingons versus Federation. It seems that at the end of every series, there must be something killing the Federation. So I don't know who I would pick for the Marak to fight. It could be the Klingons, because somebody's going to have to fight the Klingons at some point, and just have a battle of the missile races, although I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to leave it up to you guys if you have any strong feelings one way or another. If not, when it comes time to record, we'll just see what happens. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press the little bell icon. Leave a comment. Which faction do you want to see in the next campaign? We're thinking Lyrans or Marak. Not against each other, but one of those factions. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you all in the next season.